Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Senate County Board of Commissioner meeting. Today's Thursday, January 9th, and it's 2025, 10 a.m., regular board meeting, and we'll open with the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. Roll call. Oh, we have our prayer. We have our prayer. Commissioner Bustecker, welcome, and you have the floor.
Thank you. Please bow your heads. Dear Lord, thank you for the opportunity to be here today on this beautiful sunny day. I ask for your protection of the men and women of the U.S. military armed forces. I also ask that you help us guide to make decisions for the people of Seneca County. Amen.
Amen. And I'd like to just add a few moments of silence for President Carter, who we're recognizing today, and our past president, just a good person. Let's just take a minute. Okay, amen. Thank you. Roll call.
Commissioner Paradiso,
Here.
Commissioner Frankert,
Here.
Commissioner Bustecker.
Here.
That's going to take me a minute. So
That's mouthful, Mr. Bustecker.
Say that again. Okay, at this time I'll accept the motion to approve the digital audio recording of the previous board session last year on December 26, 2024.
So move.
Second?
Okay, roll call.
Commissioner Bustecker,
Yes.
Commissioner Frankert,
Yes.
Commissioner Paradiso.
Yes, minutes approved.
Okay.
So if we don't have anything scheduled, we'll go into commissioner reports.
We need your organization.
We do need to be organized.
Reorganize for 2025.
Okay, you want to handle that?
I can.
Okay.
I will accept nominations for president.
I move Commissioner Paradiso for president.
I would second that.
Okay.
I move nominations be closed.
Okay.
Just trying to get some writing down here.
Yep, you're fine.
Okay.
We need to organize. That's something I've been doing my whole life, is trying to organize.
With the first and second, I'll take a roll call. Commissioner Frankert,
Yes.
Commissioner Bustecker,
Yes.
Commissioner Paradiso.
Yes.
And then I will also entertain a nomination for vice president.
I would like to nominate Bill Frankert.
I'll second that. Close nominations. Get this straight. Good, yeah.
With a first and a second, I will take roll. Commissioner Frankert,
Yes.
Commissioner Bustecker.
Yes.
Commissioner Paradiso.
Yes.
That forms our organization for 2025. And then I just want to be aware that we are keeping our Thursday meetings at 10 a.m. We don't have to do a roll call or anything, but I think,
Yeah.
okay.
Sure.
And then the other thing I had was board appointments. While I was out, I believe the previous year's appointments were circulated. Do we have any changes? And if so, I can make sure that the resolution states such.
I looked over it and I thought it would be the simplest way to start off of taking over what Tyler had
Okay.
done previously, and if there's anything else.
I think we'll add Family Children First Council if you want to.
That would be fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll take family and children from you and give it to Brent and, okay?
I
But
think right now we're good.
we're good then. I will,
I think I trimmed mine last year and gave you a couple.
Yeah, you're right.
So you just run it downhill to the new guy?
Right, well, that's, yeah. To learn, yeah.
So you
That's
now have
okay.
it, so you just,
That's how I learned.
you just put something else on there? Okay.
yeah.
All right,
So,
good.
okay, I will get that resolution for you guys to sign and we'll take care of that. That is our reorganization. Now
So we're organized?
we are organized as best as we
Organized
can
chaos, is
be.
that where we're at right now?
As best as we can be.
All right, well, thank you. It's all good, so we'll move into commissioner reports. Brent,
Well, mine would be.
welcome, by the way.
Yeah.
Thank you. Mine would probably be relatively short, but I did attend the Budget Commission and Board of Revisions earlier this week. It was all new for me, so it was good to be there. Julie and Derek both explained a lot of stuff to me that maybe I didn't know, or maybe I do now. I also attended ribbon cutting for Tiffin City Schools. Has a new welcome center. It's kind of a neat thing what they've done. They did it relatively quick in the Lincoln used to be elementary. It's a corner space that way they can have new school attendees get the opportunity to learn a little bit about our community. They see the different things that the school system has to offer. I think it's a really nice setup what they've come up with. So, besides that, just trying to get acclimated with the new role, and after this, I intend on going to Pivot Court to get a chance to
Thursday, yeah.
to do that. So
Who's running Pivot this
It's
first
Rhonda.
year?
Or today.
Yeah, today, so it's January,
So-
so it's still Judge Best, or do they switch?
No, I think Judge Huff wasn't able to today, so
Oh,
she was
she's
covering.
filling
So
in,
she's
but it
filling
says
in.
4
Yeah,
months.
it must be his 4
They
months.
rotate,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Each judge takes 4 months, I
Yeah.
believe.
Yes.
They divide by 3. So it's Judge Shuff's, but.
Yeah, I believe he
Judge
wasn't
Best is
able to, so
filling in.
she's filling in today.
Got it, okay, good.
I think that's
You
it.
will, it'll change you, going to that.
It's an interesting
Very
thing.
interesting.
My intention was to go through the holidays, but some scheduling stuff
Yeah.
changed, I wasn't able to make it, so.
We'll get used to that. Schedule.
I try not
That's
to
okay.
change the schedule too much.
No, it wasn't, it was just,
Just in general,
The
yes,
holidays
but,
kinda
yeah,
made things
in general,
change and-
yeah.
it would make it difficult.
Anything else you want?
I think that's it.
Excuse me.
I'm glad to be here.
Good.
Okay, on Tuesday, Brent and I, we were at the budget and board of revision meetings and stuff, and looking forward to the 2025 with the budget and everything, and there wasn't anything on the board of revisions that we had to review or anything at this point, so I'm sure that'll probably pick up as time goes on, once everybody starts getting their real estate bills, but last year was a big adjustment, so it's gonna be the same as what it was last year, so it should be, everybody should expect what they have on that, so.
3 years, right?
Yes.
1 year, too.
And then Wednesday, went over to the chamber for the, we're starting to look at 2026 for the America 250 celebration, so did some
Thanks for
brainstorming
going.
and.
I signed up for that, couldn't make it.
Yeah, no,
So
that's-
that was at 10 o'clock, right?
Yeah, it's at 10 o'clock, yeah,
Good.
so, yeah, it was, Marissa's gonna kinda spearhead that, Sarah from the Parks is there, and, a couple of folks from the, Green Springs Museum,
Yeah.
Brenda Stoltz was there, so I had a nice little turnout for that, and I think it's gonna be a exciting time in 2026 celebrating America 250, so. And then, right after that, then, had a call to meet over to Green Springs Fire Department. They actually received a $15,000 grant, and W2L was doing an interview there, so they called to come over and, get, actually
Nice.
make Chief Lowell look better looking with having me on there and stuff on us. I think that's what they want to do, so.
You have a radio
I think-
face.
Right, I got a radio face, 100%, so. But no, that was nice, and kudos to them for, taking the
Know how that
time
is,
and
Jack.
taking the time and, filling out the application and Norfolk and Southern grant that they received, so it was great. It helps buy, 3 or 4 different
That's just
gears
awesome.
for the guys and stuff to keep them updated on what they need to do there, so that was
Let them, you're gonna tell us about the March?
Yep, that was my
Yeah.
next thing. So,
Yeah.
yeah, so then in conjunction, so on March 22nd, they're working on a grain bin. I think that invitation went out, a
Mhm.
grain bin safety regional training out to our farm there. So we're gonna have it in the shop, and they're gonna invite all the area fire departments to come in and do that. And I think John, the EMA, and whoever, wants to do that, EMS,
Invited
and
in.
be there to help train
Should
on
we put
that.
that on the agenda tomorrow at 9 when we meet with EMS to talk about it?
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah,
I mean,
I'll
as
make
we
sure
look
that
at
we
it,
get there.
there's not only grain out, but there's a lot more grain bins that's showing up on farms than what there used to be 20 years ago, and that's what, everybody, it's midnight, the
Yeah.
fan quits, you're in the bin, and crazy things happen, so been there
Scary.
and done that, yeah, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it happens that quick, so, yeah, so it's kind of a good thing to put that together, so, yeah, it's gonna be a nice event, so. But more to come on that, I think we're gonna come in on the 23rd of January and kind of talk about that a little bit, the Green Springs Fire
yeah,
Department guys
good.
are, so we'll get more details at that
Okay.
time.
Good,
So that's it.
good. I was also at the Budget Commission meeting, and we ended the year, this is for public knowledge here, we ended the year maybe a little better than we thought. Those last couple weeks of the year, as all the true-ups occurred and the auditor, balanced everything out. The first rush was that we have a lot more carryover than we normally have. But as we dug into it, there was an immediate payroll that came out, and then there were a few, how do we explain what I'm trying to say? Unfunded general fund.
Yeah, there are some unfunded transfers that we make to other departments for EMS, EMA.
That's part of the budget, so we approved the budget, but
Soil
we
and water.
haven't put the money
We
in
have
there
to,
yet.
yeah, so that money comes off
Off of
usually at
that
the very
carryover.
beginning, out of that cash carryover.
So it's still very positive, by the way. So we ended up with like almost 4.8 million rounded in carryover. And then this is just on the surface, we've got a good $1.2 million plus of money that needs to go here, and a payroll came out of that and so forth. So we ended the year with over 3 million in carryover net, when we true it all up. And we've talked about that a lot, and I think we're off to a good start. We've got things funded, and we're just looking forward to a good year. So I just want to say that as we start the year off, I think we're all feeling pretty good about where we're standing, or where we're sitting. That's all I have. So we'll go to county administrator reports.
Okay, I have a couple things. I just wanted to let you know my vacation was great until I caught the flu.
Yeah, right, there you go.
We were just hoping you came back.
And just trying to come home with the flu is not an easy experience in an airport. So,
Right.
Well, you look much better today.
I'm still not quite up to snuff, but working from home on Tuesday kind of helped. I didn't get in till almost 2:30, 3 o'clock on Tuesday morning, so did a little work from home on Tuesday so that I could get caught up. And but we're back in the saddle, trying to work as best I can. So, excuse me. Just a couple of things to bring you up to speed. I know we had been working on a commissioner's communication plan. I was working on that before I left for vacation. Haven't had it finalized. Continue to working on that. I also working on a new contract with Sherry. Just working through that whole process. Sherry and I are working through that. I did extend her contract for 30 days. So in the next week or so, maybe next couple of meetings, there'll actually be
So
a
she's
signed
being
contract.
paid today?
She's being paid today.
Oh,
She's
good.
not. She's not doing it for free, and we
thought we did
appreciate it if
half
she
and half
would
for
be. But so just wanted to keep you guys informed of that, and I am working on that. Sherry and I are gonna work through
We need to get that done.
few items of the
You're on it.
contract. Yep, I'm on it. It'll be done before the end of January, so we'll get that taken care of.
Perfect.
The other couple things I have, CCAO, we have a roster book that we have. I got a notification, I don't know if it went to all of you, that they would like to have all of the information updated to them by next Friday. So with Brent being new, we'll get all the information we need to get that taken care of. So if you guys could just review your information, and I can make sure that gets taken care of.
I think they got
through
Tony's
CCAO.
high school picture we got, so that was up there.
Well, you look at your driver's license, 4 years, you're like,
It's now, they can.
High school is
Mine's
total.
8. Mine's 8 years now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which is great.
it's a good
Yeah.
point. I want to look at the picture.
No,
Maybe
yeah.
share.
So, yeah, any picture updates or anything
Yeah.
like that,
Yeah.
we can make sure that they get to CCAO by next
That's a good
Friday.
No, I think it
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, it's,
I also received a notification for an invitation for new member training for CCAO. It's February 24th through the 26th. It's for any recently elected or seasoned CCAO members and key staff. It will take place in Columbus at the Renaissance downtown. They are covering topics such as employment basics, government functions, budgeting basics, conducting public meetings. If anyone is interested, I kind of want to look into it a little bit more, and if there's a day, maybe I can just go down to get some training for myself even.
You've been.
Well, I
But
went
we
down
can-
for the conference.
You went down for the conference and they do a lot of it, but I don't know if this will be any different
We'll
than,
look,
but,
we'll look through it. and see
I just
what makes
I just
sense.
wanted to bring it up.
You said that's February what? 20?
February 24th through the 26th.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not sure if there will be a day, maybe, or a half a day.
I'd go
or
down for a
something
day
that-
if you
If
figure
there's,
something out.
if there's
Yeah.
something,
Yeah, let's look at that.
there is some cost, but, we can look at it and see if there's anything that would be of interest to anyone.
Sounds
So
good.
I
Just
won't
kinda
go
keep
if you
up.
guys want to go.
Yeah.
I think there was
Kinda-
additional days being new for me that I have to go to close to the same dates. It's not the same.
Yeah, there might be
So
something,
it's different.
there might be
I'm
something.
pretty sure it's different.
Okay.
Okay.
It may be a week earlier.
But I just wanted to, it's just, training is always good. I don't care who you are, what position you're in, kind of helps you with your job, so,
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
No, it was good going down to the conference.
Conference, yeah.
Just getting to meet different people.
The other thing that I have, I'll kind of bring you up to speed on, year-end numbers, revenue expense.
We had ties on.
Revenue for ending of 2024, we collected 24.7, just over $24.7 million. For that same time period, we expended just over $24.1 million in expenses. So we did okay, balanced budget, little carryover with the revenue versus expense that was actually incurred.
Good job,
So
Warren.
that should be a big headline, government doesn't overspend.
You would think,
Yeah, well, I think,
so.
I don't disagree,
Um,
you know.
But yeah, just getting back into the swing of things, so we
Good
will,
job.
keep moving forward, I guess.
Great.
So, that's all I have.
Any old business? We don't have any old business. We do have quite a bit of new business,
Yeah.
so we'll jump right into that.
Okay, I'm gonna take a drink before I have to auctioneer
Hey,
off.
auctioneer, that's what I say, get your auctioneer for us going, Bart.
Okay, so I have some budget adjustments, for the BJA grant fund from contract services to salaries of $30,680. From contract services to supplies of $1,250, from contract services to travel and expenses for $2,500, from contract services to Medicare for $444.86, from contract services to workers' comp for $613.60, from contract services to the HSA contribution of $800, from contract services to hospitalization for $7,785, and from contract services to OPERS for $4,295.25. Again, those were all for the BJA grant fund. And then I have additional adjustments from the Ohio Mental Health and Addiction Services Grant Fund, or OMAS fund, from contract services to salaries of $14,250. Again, from contract services to supplies of $6,000, from contract services to contract services of $10,500, from contract services to Medicare for $206.75, from contract services to workers' comp for $285, from contract services to HSA contribution for $400, from contract services to hospitalization for $3,846.75, and from contract services to OPERS for $1,995. Again, these were all under the OMAS grant fund budget adjustment, and these were budgeted incorrectly on a department line to the correct department line. So how the accounting works is there's a certain department for a grouping, and then there's a department for another grouping. And when we set up pretrial services, probation services, and pivot, those all got changed mid-year last year. So when they originally budgeted, they were budgeted out of the old line, and they need to be moved to the correct account line for 25.
Wow.
I hope that makes sense to all of you.
Great.
Take a deep breath.
I make a motion, we approve the budget adjustments as read.
I'll second.
And I do have a question.
Sure.
And I don't know this, so I don't want to assume. So we have a calendar year budget,
Correct.
the county.
Mm-hmm.
And we do all this year-end true-up stuff. But then the grants can fall at different times
Yes,
throughout
we can
the year.
we can get state grants, which are, they start usually July 1st
So
on
they run
a state
that
calendar
calendar
year.
year.
Right.
And
So-
then you have a federal fiscal year, which starts October 1st.
Okay, so those are the three significant
Correct.
dates. So when we make some of these adjustments, so like here we are in January, we're making all these adjustments. One might think, should we have done those at year end? But this is not, this is,
This
That's the
could,
case.
these adjustments could have been made at year end, but I would have had to
But they-
approve the budget, the entire budget for 25.
but so we're gonna see adjustments.
So we might see
with
adjustments
grants and
throughout
things
the
along the
year,
way.
yes.
I just wanna, bring that up.
It's not uncommon, and the
Yeah.
only reason that these are brought to your attention is because when you total all of the dollar amount for the BJA grant fund, it's over $50,000, which is the authorization that the commissioners have given me to approve.
Okay,
So anything that is over
Otherwise, we wouldn't even
$50,000,
see
you
some
wouldn't
of
even
this
see
stuff.
some of this stuff,
Right.
because I have that authority, and we will pass a resolution
making sense?
that, as we go forward, so.
This is good,
But
yeah.
that, usually you don't see it unless it's over the threshold that the commissioners have given me authorization to do. So that's the only reason that sometimes you see them and sometimes you don't. Because these are over $50,000, I believe, I don't know if they did them separate, I can't remember if these were done separately. They're just, it's just the way that they're entered into the system, and if it's over a $50,000 limit, I can't do them. So I have to come to you guys and you have to approve it.
Any other discussion?
Nope. good.
Okay, roll call.
Commissioner Bustecker,
Yes.
Commissioner Franker,
Yes.
Commissioner Paradiso.
Yes.
Then we'll move on to supplemental appropriations. For general fund, for the leases, I have $50,000, which was inadvertently missed or taken out of the 2025 budget for CPC2. We did have a conversation, I had a conversation with Judge Jeff on that, and I told him that we would take care of it at the beginning of the year. General fund for inmate psychotropic medication in the amount of $11,871. That's for the sheriff's office. And general fund transfer outline of $400,000. This is a transfer that we do for the JJC operating. And then I have the sheriff commissary fund other expense of $1,500.20 for subscriptions. And then I have from the Seneca County Employee Health Fund administrative fees of $37,800. Again, from that same fund, life insurance premiums of $10,500. And from that same fund, the health insurance premiums of $2.7 million. These were inadvertently missed on the 25 budget. I just missed them when I was going through all of the numbers that I have to enter. So
2.7.
$2.7 million is what the county,
health
and sometimes it's
benefits
more
cost
than that. This is a
2.7.
guess, so. You normally see that because it's buried into the budget itself, so you guys, I mean, it's not a number that is generally out there.
Take a motion then.
Yep.
I'll second.
So just quick discussion, there's a lot of numbers read for the public, but the 400,000 that's going to JFS, that would
It goes
fall
to-
into that
No,
category.
it goes to the JJC,
The JJC.
Joint Justice Center.
The Joint Ju.
That's
so-
for their operating
yeah.
expenses.
Right, that's what we put in for the year. But
Yeah.
is that part of that money that wasn't funded?
Correct.
Yeah, so when
That'll
we-
come out of that cash
that's where my
carryover
head
number.
was. So, we ended the year with 4.8 million, but we didn't put 400,000 into justice.
Correct.
So now we took it down, and then by the time we have about $1.2 million or $1.5 million of that kind of stuff to do, which will take it down. So we're grateful that we have a carryover, and I think we've done a good job, but it's not what everybody might think. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And I'm also bringing up the point that we're doing the right thing as commissioners early in the year by putting that money where it needs to be because we approved that budget and we need to
Correct.
fund it. I don't wanna wait till summer and then
Scramble.
you tell us we don't have the money and or
Yeah.
whatever,
Yeah.
you know. I shouldn't say it that way, but I did, so. Okay, we have a first and a second.
Commissioner Bustecker,
Yes.
Commissioner Franker,
Yes.
Commissioner Paradiso.
Yes,
Okay.
thank you.
On to resolutions then. And I would like to ask that you make a motion to designate the board committees so that I can get that taken care of and we can just take, I don't have to bring it to board again next week. Since we talked about that earlier, just make a motion.
I'll make that motion.
Okay.
I'm looking at you. Peer pressure, buddy.
I'm good.
I'll
Hi, Zach.
second Brent's motion.
Okay, roll call.
Commissioner Bustecker?
Yes.
Commissioner Franker?
Yeah.
Commissioner Paradiso?
Yes,
Okay, so that takes care of that then. Okay.
good.
Then on to other resolutions. And again, a lot of them, so, but it's the first of the year, so we shouldn't, if we get through this,
Get it done.
it'll be smooth sailing from there. Resolution to designate the official representative and alternate for the purpose of voting at the annual meeting at the County Commissioners Association of Ohio in 2025. I need to have a designee, and then I need to have an alternate designee stated.
In the past, youth administrator.
In the past, I think it's been president, vice president, and then there is also a voting option that I can,
Oh, this is
if
for
one of,
our
if
annual
you,
meeting.
if
Right.
one
Yeah,
of you
that's
don't
what I do.
attend, then
Then
I'm
can-
allowed to
Yeah.
be your proxy.
You're the designee for Corsa.
Corsa, correct.
That's what I was thinking, which is the insurance meeting, so she'll go down and she votes for us there.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is for the annual.
This is
meeting.
for
Yeah,
the
thank you.
annual meeting
Yep.
for
So I
CCAO.
so move president, vice president.
Okay,
I'll second that. Sorry.
He's doing good, I'm just, hey, we gotta have a little fun, because.
That's okay.
The work's just getting started, buddy, we're, it's all good. Roll call?
Bill, you were first, I'm sorry.
Yes.
I
Brent,
didn't get,
second.
okay,
Yes.
thank you, I'm sorry. A little behind this morning. Commissioner Bustecker?
Yes.
Commissioner Franker?
Yes.
Commissioner Paradiso?
Yes, I had a lot of coffee today, Zach.
So, yeah, there's
see that.
just a lot of fill-in the blanks on some of these resolutions that I have to kind of keep going, so. Okay, resolution establishing the ability to dispose of unneeded, obsolete, or unfit county property by means of online internet auction as an alternate to public auction or sealed bid, and charging county department administrators or directors with disposal management oversight retroactive to January 1 of 2025.
Is that the Gov deals?
It can be gov deals, but it can be any online internet auction.
So moved.
Second?
Okay, you wanna discuss that, is that something that was passed? We're allowed
Yeah,
to
you
do
can
that?
play.
Yeah, we're,
Yeah, so we're just
Yes.
getting up to the times.
Yep, and this is established by
I thought- I
ORC.
didn't know
It's
if you-
it's permitted by ORC that we can
Something
do
new
online
that was
auctions.
passed?
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking at,
Yeah,
because
that's-
you're on top of this stuff.
Yep, yeah, so that way it gives you, rather than, it used to be, when they used to have the county auction,
You had, everything had to be
Yeah.
done.
Now it's-
Now we do
solidified.
one time and we don't
So
have
this-
to do.
This gives us
Anything-
blanket
Yep.
authority.
For anything we want to do from,
And it's not just our department, it's any department within the county.
Yeah, they can
Since
sell
this is,
online.
yeah, they can sell online without
Or with
issue.
Times.
because it makes it better to have this option, because just like we
Oh,
went
yeah.
through with our recent auction, at least local people, I mean, Gov deals, not everybody knows anything about
Yeah.
this, so you put stuff on there.
You
at
can
least
still
make it
do the
keeps
paper,
local
but
and-
you can do
Yeah.
this too.
Yep.
I buy things on Gov deals, so I'm very familiar with that. And a lot of people buy things on Gov deals.
Yeah.
Yep,
Absolutely.
yep, so, yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, I just,
Yep.
it's new. So do we have a first and a second?
Yes.
Okay,
Commissioner Bustecker?
Yes.
Commissioner Franker?
Yes.
Commissioner Paradiso?
yes. I got it.
Resolution authorizing the county administrator to perform administrative functions on behalf of the Seneca County Board of Commissioners in accordance with Ohio Revised Code 305.30.
So move.
Second.
Just quick discussion. So, for public, Barb's the county administrator, maybe you can, I'm putting you on the spot, talk a little bit about the revised code and how commissioners' offices are set up, and the authorities that are granted to the administrator.
Yeah, so I mean, I think, yeah, she has it designated here with that part of it, that, you know, for the day-to-day operations and stuff, that's why we, you know, per
Mhm.
se have administrators that take care of, you know, the daily needs from maintenance to anything that happens that, you know, we're kind of, you know, on a higher level, she reports to us and stuff with it, so it's just kind of a avenue to, you know, like you say, that solidify what administrator does more.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah, and it's based off Ohio Revised Code,
But I don't have a
so,
lot to add other than
No.
just perception. And so John's there from EMA. You know, we're the commissioners, we fund your budget, but you don't report to us. You report to county administrator. So all the department heads report to the administrator. And Barb has authority to approve things within your threshold. And our county communication plan that you talked about earlier, that's also your responsibility. We ultimately, oh, yeah, you know, we're okay, or if there's something we don't like, we can talk about it, but you're the one doing it. EMS, maintenance, so I think that's good. I just want to say that one time as we go into the year. So, I don't want your head to get too big or anything, but.
well, and even
But we
if,
want to realize you're the port, you know, you have a lot of responsibility.
Even
And we're
with-
just giving, we're
memorializing
Yes,
it,
yeah.
basically, so that everybody knows what duties I have
Yeah.
and what I'm responsible for, even though Ohio Revised Code already states what my responsibilities are. But also, even though I do have a threshold, if something is of question to me, even within my threshold, I will bring it to you guys. I'm not gonna just make that decision on my
Yes,
own.
that's,
That's,
right,
you know,
of
that's
course.
the other thing. I'm not just gonna make that decision on my own.
Right.
So,
the easy, obvious stuff you do,
yeah,
anything.
yeah.
You're not sure of.
Yeah, if I'm not sure, or I
Bring it
think,
up.
it might be something, do we really need, you know, yes, I can sign off on it, but is it something that's absolutely necessary? I will bring it to your attention.
Okay, roll call?
Commissioner Bustecker?
Yes.
Commissioner Franker?
Yes.
Commissioner Paradiso?
Yes.
Resolution appointing Cheyenne Hyman as the clerk to the Seneca County Board of Commissioners. This will be effective tomorrow, January the 10th.
So move.
Second?
She's
Much deserved. and we
she's
need
going
you.
to be doing a lot of the legwork for the board meetings
So you're
now.
now officially number 2 in command. Yeah. That's great.
And she's hoping that she can stay behind the computer screen back there, so.
Well, it's good that so you're getting organized.
Yes, I'm trying to organize myself, so, and Cheyenne's gonna help me do that.
Yep. And I tell you what, Barb, while you were gone, she was fantastic. She did a
I
Good
do
point.
appreciate everything that she does,
Yeah,
so
Yep.
giving her a little bit more
You
responsibility
did a great
is
job.
Yep.
perfect.
So, good.
Thank
Very
you.
good.
Yep.
Commissioner Bustecker?
Yes.
Commissioner Franker?
Yes.
Commissioner Paradiso?
Yes.
A resolution for the appointment of special counsel for the Seneca County General Health District retroactive to January 1st, 2025.
So moved.
I'll second.
Okay. Any discussion on this? We good?
No.
Roll call?
Commissioner Bustecker?
Yes.
Commissioner Franker?
Yes.
Commissioner Paradiso?
Yes.
Resolution for the appointment of special counsel for the Seneca County Health District retroactive to January 1 of 2025.
So move.
Second?
Similar?
Yes.
Roll call?
Commissioner Bustecker?
Yes.
Commissioner Franker?
Yes.
Commissioner Paradiso?
Yes. I did it.
Resolution for the appointment of special counsel for the Seneca County Commissioners retroactive to January 1 of 2025. This has to do with a workers' comp claim, so we need outside counsel.
So move.
Second?
Just brief discussion. So the county prosecutor is our attorney, commissioner's attorney, Derek Devine is our attorney. There are times when we need special.
Correct, special counsel.
When we need special counsel, like with environmental issues or with personnel issues. And in this case, with
Workers' comp.
Workers' comp. This
workers'
one's a
comp,
workers' comp.
which would fall under the personnel. We kind of get Derek's we get Derek's blessing, and then we put money in an account to pay these outside attorneys. So that's what we're doing, right?
Correct.
Yeah, and then Derek, we can't do it without talking to him. And so it's a mutual, he thinks it's in our best interest to do it. We think it is, and we do it. So that's what's happening.
Well, yeah, and he doesn't he can't specialize in everything that we need.
Right, and so he's
So
the
that's
first
why
to say, yeah,
he
go ahead. and
defers
get-
us to someone else.
And our answer always is, and that's when you started and when we hired Jack for the environmental piece, if we're not informed, we can't make decisions. You can't ask us to make decisions if we don't have the ability to ask questions, get legal opinions, get informed. And then we can take that information and make the decisions. So that's what's happening, and I just want the taxpayers to triple understand that if we haven't gone over it. Okay, roll call.
Commissioner Bustecker?
Yes.
Commissioner Franker?
Yes.
Commissioner Paradiso?
Yes.
Resolution authorizing contract with the Lucas County Board of Commissioners for the Lucas County Coroner to perform certain necessary autopsies and toxicology reports for the calendar year of 2025.
So moved.
Second?
Any discussion there? We good? Roll call?
Commissioner Bustecker?
Yes.
Commissioner Schuff? See, I told you. Commissioner Franker?
Yes.
I'm gonna do
Commissioner
that
Paradiso?
before it's over. Yes.
I told you I was gonna do that.
Chef's easier to pronounce.
It is. It doesn't, it's a little easier, but, we'll get there. This is the only meeting that I actually have to do this.
That's
Going
like-
forward, it's all gonna be on Cheyenne now.
How many people, the first check you wrote in 2025, put 2024?
Yeah.
I mean, I did.
It's happening.
I know nobody else did, but of course I did.
Resolution authorizing the Seneca County engineer to hold an annual meeting of county and township authorities.
So moved.
Second?
Roll call?
Commissioner Bustecker?
Yes.
Commissioner Frankert?
Yes.
Commissioner Paradiso?
Yes.
Resolution authorizing the expenditure of funds for supplies for times of snow removal emergencies and meetings held by the Seneca County engineer.
Sorry, I got lost.
Do you want me to read? I
Yes,
can-
please.
Yeah, go ahead, I'm sorry.
Resolution authorizing the expenditure of funds for supplies for times of snow removal emergencies and meetings held by the Seneca County engineer.
So moved.
Second?
Okay, roll call?
Commissioner Bustecker?
Yes.
Commissioner Franker?
Yes.
Commissioner Paradiso?
Yes. Let's see, Mark put all his.
He usually gets all his in the first meeting and then he's done for the
organized
year.
and he
Yes,
doesn't
he's,
have
yep,
to- He wants to stay away from us,
yes.
yeah.
Resolution
I don't
authorizing,
want to go to
You just
commissioners.
press the button, change the year.
authorizing the Seneca County engineer to use the force account pursuant to the Ohio Revised Code Section 5543.19 for the calendar year 25 in the matter of routine maintenance of equipment and yard facilities and such emergency work as necessary, etc.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Commissioner Bustecker?
Yep.
Commissioner Frankert?
Yes.
Commissioner Paradiso?
Yes. So we have a left-handed commissioner here, so as you sign left-handed, it just passes right over. I mean, he doesn't have to, works out pretty good.
Yeah, but my writing's not pretty.
It doesn't matter as long as it's on there. Resolution authorizing the Seneca County engineer to prepare and submit an application to participate in the Ohio Public Works Commission state capital improvement and/or local transportation improvement programs, and to execute contracts as required for issue 1, round 40 for Seneca County.
So moved.
Second?
Roll call?
Commissioner Bustecker?
Yes.
Commissioner Franker?
Yes.
Commissioner Paradiso?
Yes.
Resolution designating Mark R. Zimmerman as the authorized agent to participate in the ODOT Cooperative Purchasing Program.
So move.
Second?
Do we do this with like the sheriff and everybody? No,
No.
because it's us.
Yeah, because the sheriff falls
So
under
like-
us. Mark is different because he's his
When he
own.
buys tractors and trucks and stuff.
But
it
we
goes
have,
through.
yeah,
Yes.
but we
And
have
do it,
to.
we go through the state one.
Well, this is all.
It's the
This
same
is
one.
all,
But
yeah,
why, because we buy the cars. He's
correct.
buying
He's
them.
buying his
buying
own,
his.
yes,
Okay, so he's the only, is he the only one that does it like this?
yes, I
I think
believe
he
so.
is.
I believe so. And we,
Yeah.
but we also
get it.
authorize the buying of EMS vehicles or EMA vehicles as well. But those come in as its own, but Mark does his as a blanket, so he doesn't have to come every time he buys a vehicle.
Yeah.
So, yeah, townships, everybody can go to the state of Ohio, order a John Deere tractor and get it for that price.
Right, they got
They
state
don't have to
prices.
bid it. They
Right.
have state pricing.
Right.
And so what we're doing here is Mark's just gonna do that on his own.
If he buys
If
equipment,
the
that way.
sheriff wants a vehicle, if EMS wants a vehicle, it comes to us, and,
Right.
but he has the authority with his separate budget
Yeah.
to do it.
Yeah.
So, just explaining that, that made sense, it just jumped out at me.
Yeah.
We good?
Yep.
Roll call?
Commissioner Bustecker?
Yes.
Commissioner Franker?
Yes.
Commissioner Paradiso?
Yes.
Resolution authorizing a fund transfer be made to the
Thank
Justice
you.
Center Operating Fund in the amount of $400,000.
So move.
Second?
Roll call?
Commissioner Bustecker?
Yes.
Commissioner Franker?
Yes.
Commissioner Paradiso?
Yes.
And last one I have is a resolution selecting Stantec Consulting Services Incorporated as the planning consultant for the Seneca County Regional Airport.
So move.
Second?
More to come on this, but Barb and I had a nice call with Stantec yesterday, right?
Yep.
And we are in our airport plan. We are at the master plan. We're going to conduct a master plan. It's no secret, we would like to expand our runway. We've been talking about this for years and years, Mr. Brightball, way back, right? And we are now at the point where the next step is a two-year master plan. And it's gonna be really extensive, it's gonna cost a lot of money, FAA is gonna pay for it, but we have to follow guidelines, and so this is kind of given Barb and I, we're gonna let Stantec know, and then we have the ability to work with the FAA and kind of develop the plan, right?
Yep.
And then it'll take a couple, 3 rounds, and then when we get to the final plan, that's when we'll sign the contract and apply for the grant.
Correct.
And then we'll bring that back to you guys for discussion and ultimate approval. Did I say that?
Mm-hmm. I believe so. I believe that's everything.
Yeah. Okay.
There's a lot involved.
There's a lot going
And we
on.
have to do it in the next 4 months,
Yeah.
so.
And these deadlines, so everything has to be done for the feds by May 1st with aviation. And then, yeah, it's May 1st, it's the deadline. Okay, any questions from you guys? You good?
Yep.
Okay,
Commissioner Bustecker?
Yes.
Commissioner Franker?
Yes.
Commissioner Paradiso?
yes.
That's all I have. I'm done talking today.
Good thing you didn't lose your voice.
No
during it.
kidding,
Yeah.
no kidding.
It's all right, right, we've really been.
We're organized, you're organized.
I'm hoping I'm
Jerry gets
organized.
paid,
Yeah.
And we have Chris and Cheyenne in the back with a new title.
Yeah.
It's been a good meeting.
Right.
Yeah, that's great, thank you. Public comment. Anybody want to say anything?
I have a question.
Yes,
Why, under resolutions
okay.
or special counsel for the general health district, was it repeated?
They're two different entities. One is for an environmentalist attorney, and the other is for a, I want to say is he public, he recommends for public records.
Yep.
So he's an attorney that.
Is he from
that-
Cleveland or something?
Yes.
That guy?
Zimmerman.
Yeah,
So it's two different firms.
that's
two
why
different
it's.
scopes.
Yeah, they have two different scopes of work. And we have to do.
That's a great question.
we
I
have to
actually was
do
gonna bring it up.
Two different
Right.
attorneys, and the way it's worded in the headline, you don't really understand that, but it is for two separate attorneys.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's a good question, Shirley.
Anything else? John, Jack, John's
Yeah,
part?
with I just want to let you know, Sheriff just canceled the level 1, so we're no longer
Okay.
under condition, but we'll probably be going back to 1 tomorrow, because we do have some weather coming in tomorrow afternoon and overnight and Saturday, so.
Okay.
I saw
Jack?
Bill on TV last night,
Yeah.
WTOL,
Famous.
talking about the volunteer fire departments. That $15,000, you might think it goes a long ways, but that gear's like $5,000. So there's 3 firefighters that are gonna possibly.
No
get
more than
new.
4 outfits, they were 4, yeah, that's, yeah.
Very expensive, and every 10 years you gotta renew it.
Yep.
But then I came to see the new guy in action.
Well, we appreciate your coverage.
Yep.
And part of, why do we have a media person? You know, why do we pay or? have a
I believe
communication
that she's very essential because
plan? You know,
if you look at the role today, everything's online, and I can't be everywhere, the AT can't be everywhere, the RT can't be everywhere, but having a county person to funnel all of the information through out to the media is great. Or she spends a lot of time out of the 9 to 5 job, all these events at night, covering, taking pictures of you guys, showing, so people understand that you guys work past 5 o'clock and that you guys are out at night, but, you know, she's very essential because at the end of the day, we may not know anything. The public may not know nothing besides if they watch YouTube videos, but with Sherry emailing it out to all of us, to me, it's very, very
we
critical.
recorded this, I might just, that's perfect.
Yep.
Whatever you just said was, appreciate those comments.
I mean, I support Sherry as a media person because she makes sure that the community is well informed of what's happening at the county level, and not just the commissioner's office, just, you know, other officers like dog tags, you know, she sent all that out, anything happening, you know, this stuff, like, so that way it gets out there and everyone has access to that. Helps with transparency too.
Yeah, and I think this exercise you're going through is, it's good, so we can all be on the same page and feel good that our taxpayer money is being put to good use. Those good stories are as important than breaking news or some of the other stories that people may not think are good stories. To us, they're all important, but, yeah, that's great. We have to, you know, somebody took the time to write that grant. They put a lot of time into that, and, you know, they got it, and they were able to save taxpayer money, and they're providing a great service. And just think about it, that little Green Springs thing now goes to your barn, other counties and fire departments are coming in, EMS is coming in, EMA is coming in. That's just a great, those things are really. Yeah, they just
Southern was
compound.
probably super stoked that they got on the news as a positive
As a
PR.
positive
So,
PR.
You have to look at it on that side, Norfolk and Southern's like, that's awesome, so they got a win-win.
Yep.
Green Springs, you got a win-win, so everybody won in that situation.
Everything's not always rosy, but yeah, I mean,
But if you wouldn't have Sherry send that email out, WTO may
nobody
not
would have
even
known
know
about it. That's a great example. And, thank you. Anything else? We good? Next week's our
Next
meeting?
week's meeting on the 16th.
Yep, good.
Okay, meeting adjourned.